Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for clicking on this video. And today I am bringing you guys my everyday, quick and easy, affordable brow routine. I've been getting so many questions about how I did my brows, so I'm finally doing a video and I'm excited. And the first thing I do is clean up my brows. I feel like this is an important step because you want to make sure that your eyebrows are groomed and cleaned up, because those extra hairs will make it harder for you to shape out your brow and carve it out with your pencil, your gel, whatever you use. And you'll see what I'm talking about in the video. So that's usually the first thing that I do, is clean up my brows. And my brows are very thin, as you can see, so it doesn't take much. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my double-sided spoolie brush, and I'm just using this brush to brush my hairs into place in one direction. That'll also make it easier for when you're filling in your brows. Alright, so now I'm going in with my Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil, and this is in the color Summer Brown now. And I'm going to take this and start at the end, the tail of my eyebrow. Not necessarily the end, but more towards the middle of my eyebrow. Okay, so now I'm going to very lightly outline the bottom portion of my eyebrows. So I'm going to continue this step, following my natural hairline until I get to the end of my brow. So another thing I try not to do is extend the tail of my eyebrow past my normal eye socket, and same thing with the beginning of my brow. So now I'm just doing the same exact thing that I did at the bottom. I'm just going to the top of my brow and I'm just filling it in. Okay, well, I'm outlining it right now, and then you'll see me go in and fill in my brow. So as you move closer to the inner part of your eyebrows, you want to remember to keep it light and soft. You want your eyebrows to have like a natural ombre effect. So now that I've outlined my eyebrows, I'm going to go in and start filling them in. And again, I'm starting in the middle of my eyebrow and I'm working my way towards the end. Sorry for my phone notification in the background, guys. So that's all I'm doing, just filling them in. Now I'm just going back in with my spoolie. This just helps me keep my hairs in place, and I also can use it to drag any extra product that I may have to the front of my brow, so I don't have to fill it in. So I'm just going to continue to fill my eyebrows in to my liking. And my eyebrows are very thin and they are not alike at all. I have one eyebrow that is super full, and I have one that is very thin and barely grows any hair. So listen, don't panic if you feel like your eyebrows don't look alike. They're not going to be exactly alike, okay? As long as you get them to look somewhat similar, they're not going to be twins, okay? As long as they're sisters or even long distant cousins, you know what I'm saying? They're not always going to be alike. But anywho, I'm going to do the same thing that I did on my other brow. I'm going to outline my natural brow outline, and once I get my desired shape, I'm going to go back in and fill it all in very, very lightly. Just remember to do it lightly, work your way, build it up to the way you like it. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in color Tan. And I'm going to take these two flat brushes that I have to sculpt out my eyebrows with the concealer. I think it's important also to use a flat brush. It just makes it easier when you're applying the concealer to your eyebrows. And I am taking a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than my original concealer and foundation color. I will be doing a look, so that's kind of why I went with the lighter concealer. But if you want something more natural, you can go in with your exact foundation shade or a concealer that is 1 shade lighter than you. It all depends on what you want, but for this specific look, I wanted my eyebrows to pop a little, so I want that extra highlight under my brow. So I'm just literally taking the concealer and sculpting my brow out, okay? This is my favorite part about doing my eyebrows, because you can draw your eyebrows so crazy or fill your eyebrows in so crazy, but the concealer just brings it all together. Once you sculpt it out, it just brings it all together. And once I'm done sculpting, I do drag the concealer down just a little bit. If I'm doing a makeup look, I will drag it down all over my lid and use that as a primer. But for right now, I'm just showing you guys how I do my brows. So I would just sculpt them out, drag the concealer down, and I would use a fluffy blending brush to just blend that concealer in. I do recommend taking your time with this part. Don't rush, just take your time to sculpt out your brows to your desired look. And I would also recommend using a concealer that's also very tacky rather than wet. I just find that when the concealer is tacky and it has a tacky consistency, it makes it a little easier to shape out your brows versus a wet concealer that will slip and slide, you know what I'm saying? So I do like this Maybelline concealer as well. It does have a tacky consistency, and if you don't have one, honestly, you can just put your concealer on your skin, let it sit for just a little bit till it gets a bit tacky, and then go ahead and use it that way. That's just a little trick I use as well. I like to just let my concealer sit on my hand until it gets a bit tacky and sticky, and go in and fill them in. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna go in my Maybelline foundation, and I'm gonna use this foundation to sculpt out the top of my brow. I prefer to do this because it actually gives me a more natural look. When I first started doing eyebrows, I used to use my mom's foundation, and she's actually way lighter than I am. And I used to sculpt out my brows with her light foundation and concealer. And whenever I go back and look at my old pictures, I had halo eyes. If you don't know what that is, it's when you have light concealer under your brow and light concealer on top of it, and it just looks so weird on me, you know what I'm saying? I know some people like that look, but for me personally, I would prefer to just go in with my foundation color and just have the top of my brow just match my skin. That's just me. And it just gives you a more natural, flawless look. So I don't use a lot of product when I do this. I literally just use a pinch of it, and I go in, sculpt it out, blend it up, and then blend it in. As you guys will see what I'm doing, I'm just blending it all in now, and it leaves it a more natural look, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm just doing brows, sometimes I go in and set it with my setting powder, but for now I'm just going to go with my Mary Kay brow gel, and this part is optional, but I like to use this to set my brows and keep my hairs in place so they're not flying everywhere. So yeah, this just sets it all and completes the look. My little one is actually coming in and bothering me now. He's ready for me to get off, so good thing this is the end of the tutorial. There go my baby right there, y'all. But anywho, these are a few more products that you can get in the drugstore. This is the I Envy Dip Powder. It also comes with this double-sided brush that has a spoolie on one end and the other end to dip in the pomade. And you can also find this e.l.f. pencil, double-sided pencil with the spoolie and the actual eyebrow pencil in Walmart or Target. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.